Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining me for another watercolour project, and we're doing some more Christmas cards. This is a simple mountain scene, some trees there in the foreground, some snow. You can see sort of a snowy sky there, a couple of stars, maybe some snow there as well. These are great to give to people, obviously Christmas time, because they're handmade, and there's something extra special because they're handmade, and so they're received very well. So here we are. There's the very simple pencil drawing. You can see there the foreground, the mountains there, and some trees, the sky area. So we'll wet the sky with some clear water. For this particular one, I'm using a sheet of A4 cotton watercolour paper, but it's folded in half. And taped down, obviously. Just being careful not to cover the mountain. So I'm painting the clear water around the mountain, being careful not to go over into the mountain. And just fill in the rest of the paper there with the clear water, where the sky is, I mean. So I've got some Prussian blue, and I've also got some dark leaf green, which I'll put a little bit of that in as well. I've got a tiny little bit of Payne's grey in there too. As you can see, that's a bit dark, so I don't want it that dark. I'll just water that down a bit more. So a combination of some Payne's grey and some Prussian blue there, and soon I'll put a little bit of dark leaf green in there, but not much. You can see the sky area is very wet, so we're putting the wet on wet, wet paint on wet on that water, and that's the dark leaf green I was telling you about, which we're just going to put in a couple of spaces. Just tilting the paper, letting the paint diffuse, and that's our sky. So that's pretty good. The sky didn't go over that mountain area at all. It actually stopped where the dry paper began. That sky there is still drying. Just mixing up a few colours here. The dark leaf green in there, not much. I'm wanting to create a little bit of shadow, but I want the paint not to be strong at all. I just don't want it to be overly bearing. It will fade back a little bit. So that's some shadow there on the mountain. A couple of trees in the distance there. And we'll run those trees right along that line going between the snow and the mountain. And we'll put a couple of larger trees there in the foreground. You can probably see those penciled in there. Bit of shadow, or you can just see some shadow there, so where the snow perhaps dips a little bit. Excuse my hand being in the way there, it's just the way the camera is positioned, so it's just the way it is right now. I'm painting a tree in here now. Make it fairly loose, some sort of a pine tree. Another pine tree in there. And then we'll put another pine tree right on the left-hand side, I think. So this is a little bit bigger than the Christmas card we usually do. This is an A4 sheet of cotton watercolour paper folded in half. And the next watercolour Christmas card we will do, it'll be A4 paper folded in half, and then fold it in half again. That'll be the size. Another pine tree here on the left-hand side. It's using Australian dark leaf green and a tiny little bit of olive green as well. So continuing with these trees along this edge here, this area here. So that's going okay. There's some little, I don't know, some little sticks or something like that, or little shrubs without leaves or something, you know, that you see sticking out of the ground in winter. So yes, we do have snow in Australia, so it's quite appropriate to paint a snow scene, but we don't really have the snow around Christmas time. However, we still have snow in Australia in our winter. So just a simple Christmas card, and you can open it up. I'm just putting some paper over the painting, the bottom part of that painting, because I just want to splatter a little bit of white gouache. I've really put a fair bit of water with that white gouache. That's all you do, just flick it on like that. There we go, that looks a bit more Christmassy. Touching up these trees a bit. A bit of white gouache on there. Just a bit of snow on the trees. So as I said, these make fantastic cards to give people because you've made them yourself, and they're received really, really well. People just love a Christmas card if you've made it yourself. So give this a go, and you can just open the card up when you're finished and write inside the card. If you want to get you can do it with a normal biro inside the card, or you may want to get a fancy gold or silver pen and write inside the card. I don't know whether you'd want to write anything on where I'm painting. I think inside the card would be the best bet. I'll just sign my name. Then we'll take the masking tape off. And then give you another look at the completed Christmas card painting. Careful to pull away from the paper as you're taking the tape off. I've ripped into the painting a couple of times, so I have to remind myself to pull away from the paper. So there it is. I'll give you more of an up-close look. And of course, you know, as I said before, you can open the card up and write inside the card. And a really lovely idea for a Christmas card. So here's more of an up-close look. Here's our Christmas card. Please subscribe and click the bell icon. We've got more paintings coming up. I've got another Christmas card coming up, and I've got a street scene coming up as well fairly soon. I really value your subscription, and I also value new subscribers very, very much. So thanks for watching once again. Have a wonderful day, and I hope you've got something out of this watercolour painting for a Christmas card. Bye for now. Have a great day, whatever you're doing.